Once again, good day, Amazonians, and I'm here with the president to answer a few questions regarding uh, the Amazonian revolution, the progress we have made this far. Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening, Dr. Martin Mungwa, our indefatigable Secretary of State for Communication. Thank you for having me here today for the second time. And
Well,
good
it's my
evening to
great
the
pleasure to
people of Ambazonia for joining us tonight. Thank you.
yes, thank you, Mr. President, and with without wasting any moment, I'm going to start with some questions that I put together, and I hope the answers to the question will bring more light to a lot of things that people may be thinking about. My first question to you, Mr. President, is some people feel that the late John Frundi is a hero, irrespective of what he did. For example, many sympathizers consider him as the man who brought true democracy to La République du Cameroon and the Francophone world. Why is the interim government taking such a stand? Do you have anything else to say?
Thank you very much for that first question. If Nijon Frundi is heralded as the one who brought democracy to Cameroon, the question I will first ask is, where is the democracy that he brought? Where is it? Let's show me what he brought that he should be credited for. So that is total nonsense. If what we have today in French Cameroon is what he brought, then he is not worthy of celebration. So that's a mistake. That is it. That is it. That is let's give somebody glory based on the value of what he brought and how it has changed the lives of people. Reagan said that the easiest campaign to do is to ask the people, how are your life different for 4 years? How are you different? Is there any difference? Are your lives different after 4 years? What is the difference? So show me the difference in the lives of the people in the system that you call democratic or democracy, that it is today different from what it was. That is, if you find any difference, then that's what it should be credited for. Listen, let me digress. Heroes are not born, so no one is a hero because of how he was born. Come one, maybe by the time you die, and in the manner that you die, you can become one. Heroes are made. That is why monuments are not raised for the living, they are raised for the dead, because we have a chance to go through their lives history and find out what they did, what they started doing, what they continued to do, and what they ended doing. The end of a thing is more important than the beginning. It doesn't matter what great ideas you start life with, what great ideas you propounded, how you finish, and how you finish them is how you will be remembered. We will not celebrate those who tried to kill us just because they failed. We will not celebrate those who tried to kill us just because at the end they failed and we triumphed. That is exactly what Nijon Frundi did. He came up and building on the hopes of the southern Cameroonians, and that we wanted a means of canalizing our demands and fighting for our cause, and making our voices heard. And we put ourselves together behind this force. And he became the poster boy. Instead of him to drive that agenda, he saw it as an opportunity to become the president of another Cameroon. And he failed. And when he discovered he did not succeed, and he has lost the trust of the constituency behind him, he decided to become the number one person to legitimize the oppressor, the oppressor, the colonizers of La Republique, by going every year into an exercise that he knew was futile, was not going to produce any result, that he needed to participate for the Bolivia to always emerge as a champion, because a champion without a fight is not a true champion. He had to keep on legitimizing Paul Biya as some legitimate leader by providing this phony competition and allowing him to pronounce himself, Biya to pronounce himself as a winner after a competitive election. That's what he did. And then when we decided to fight for ourselves, to take up the challenge on our own, seeing that we have been abandoned, seeing that SDF did not do it, it was hijacked by the oppressor under his command. We decided to rise up. Ambazonia decided to rise up. What did he do again? He changed his address to Yaoundé completely, transferred himself to that, and they started engineering everything. Even Honorable Weber had to leave in exile because of him, because he will not stand for the people. He will not stand for his people. He instead engineered the government of La République du Cameroon to kill our people, to go to Nigeria to abduct our leaders, and asked the United States to round up some of us that we are criminals, we should be arrested. It's a shame. This man is a disgrace in our history. For anybody to celebrate him now as some hero is a provocation to the victims and the families that have buried their thousands, that he purposed to be killed by advising his friend and bedfellow Paul Biya to massacre his way to normalcy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thanks for that very elaborate explanation um, on the role of John Fundi as far as so-called democracy is concerned. You made a very, very simple and far-reaching statement. Let people ask themselves, do they feel better since Fundi brought a so-called democracy? Remember that Mitterrand, I think this is Paul Biya's mentor, actually called him a people of democracy. So one could imagine uh, what the state of the country is, given that John Fundi actually joined him in that crusade or diabolic partnership to kill our people. Thank you very much, Mr. President.